Welcome back to my YouTube. Oh my gosh, this giant truck. We're doing a come to the club with me or drive to the club with me. This is one of the last few times I'm going to be driving to this specific strip club. Happy President's Day. Kind of sucks that our president is complete booty cheeks and doesn't respect our environment or women's bodies or really just human beings in general, unless they're billionaires like him. Sad President's Day, but we can hope for a better one in the next 4 years. Jeez. Jesus. I just got to 7-Eleven. I'm going to grab a Celsius and be right back. This one's good. It kind of tastes just like the Fuji apple pear with a cherry aftertaste. Okay, I give it like an 8.5. Let's go to the club. Oh, I need to put the keys in the fucking car. Okay, no, I really do have 3 customers supposedly coming in today. One at 1 o'clock, one at 3 o'clock. And they all hit me up on my OnlyFans. And I told them, I was like, if you're in the LA area, now is the time to see me. Like, girl, let me get the fuck out. Bitches do not be knowing how to drive. I am bitches. One of them has been tipping me every day on my OnlyFans, which is really nice because he doesn't get anything out of it. He just tips me. And then he said to me, he's like, I don't know why I liked you. And then why are you tipping me? What is happening? We'll see if they really come in. Actually, this flavor's growing on me. And I get a lot of questions about Michael. I guess we can talk about that. I get a lot of questions about Michael, and I know you guys are like, what about Michael? Like, you're moving. Where's the same energy for my mom and Bryn? I'm moving away from them too, and those are people that are my family. Like, what? like I love Michael. He's a great friend of mine, but like, I'm moving. Like, I don't understand. He's a grown-ass man. He will survive when I move away. You know what I mean? People move. I moved away from my hometown when I was 16. Like, I think this move will be okay. He will be okay. He has other friends than me. I was here for a good time, not a long time. That's all I can say about that. And I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I'm just like, damn, like, y'all really think Michael is just gonna wither away without me? He's gonna be okay, guys. He will be okay. A-okay. Put in an application last night for Cheetahs in San Jose because supposedly they only do online applications, but I'm gonna call them once I move up north and I'm more settled and be like, hey, there's an ugly ass blue Cybertruck in front of me. It looks like a fucking lunchbox. Hey, I sent in my application. I'm trying to run up these bands. Can I come in for an in-person audition? Because online, you can't show them your charm online at all. There's a few clubs. Cheetahs in San Diego is also an online application process, and I walked in at least 4 to 5 times and like made sure they let me audition. I kept going back until they gave me the job, and they gave me the job because I was so persistent. I was not even cute at the time. I was in my Xanax phase. I was still in my Xanax phase, not being cute at all. I look back at pictures of me from literally 2023 and lower and think, what was that? And some of the ugliest years of my life, and that should normally be some of the hottest years of your life, and I just was not taking care of myself, and I don't know what I was thinking. Should have got the boob job earlier, for sure, but I didn't realize. You don't realize how fucked up you look when you're on fucking drugs. I stopped doing Xanax in 2021, but I feel as if the relationship I was in was holding me back from being the hottest version of myself. I want to be in a relationship where the person makes me the hottest version of myself. Obviously, we're always the hottest versions of ourselves. But you know what I mean? I want to be with, especially like a man. Like, why every time someone gets with a man, they get uglier? I don't want that to happen. It doesn't always happen, obviously. It doesn't always happen. But for me, it does. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, we're pulling up to the club. I did get an OnlyFans message from one of my customers saying that he will see me here. And that was an hour ago, so we'll see. He said he's going to be here at 1. It's 12:54. I'm trying to run into the club before it's an awkward outside the club encounter, which happens a lot, which is fine. I just look like a fucking bum. But I'm gonna put you guys in my purse in the back so you don't get stolen, and I'll go into the club. We are back from our shift at the strip club. I only worked 4 hours, 1 to 5. It's barely 5, 4:47. I said that I had 3 customers supposedly coming in. Only 1 came in. I didn't really give Actually, I did. I gave 2 hours for the last one to possibly come in if he wanted to, and he didn't. The customer that did come in was the guy who followed me outside of Marshall's, who knew me from my OnlyFans. If you see my TikTok, I told that little story time, but I guess I'll go more into depth on it here since he saw me at the strip club today. But I'm at Marshall's on Saturday, I'm pretty sure. I'm just getting stuff and a guy walks out and follows me. He's like, hey, I think I know you from somewhere. And I'm like, do you know me from the club or do you know me from TikTok? Like, that's what comes out of my mouth. And he's like, oh, I know you from TikTok. I didn't know you were a dancer. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense because my TikTok is all about me being a dancer. Like, what did you see? A haul video? Like, there's no way. I have way more money counts and stripper content than my normal regular lifestyle content, you know? So I already knew he was like low-key bullshitting me, but I just let him. So I'm like, okay, and then he's like, oh no, I actually know you from your OnlyFans. And I was like, there's the real answer, because what is going on? Also, why did you just follow me out of Marshall's and you have no bags? Like, you stopped shopping to come follow me to my car? I was a little creeped out. But I told him, I was like, okay, well, I'm moving, so if you want to get any like one-on-one time with me that isn't in a fucking Marshall's parking lot, then hit me up, you know, like come see me at the club. I'm always about a marketing queen. I'm always gonna market myself and make sure that I get that bag. I need some sunglasses. He's like, okay. Told him I'll be there Monday. He knows me from OnlyFans, so he hits me up on OnlyFans and he's like, I'll be there at 1, whatever. I'm like, okay, perfect. I get there, I'm getting ready in the back, and then I go out and I see him. He's like, hey. I'm like, hey. I can tell he's all nervous, never been to a strip club before, and I'm like, how have you never been to a strip club before? That's just so crazy, especially in LA. Most of the guys have been to strip clubs. So he's just saying, he's like, I wish I took you out to lunch the day that I met you at Marshall's. And I was just looking at him and I was like, no. It's like, why would you think I would go to lunch with you after you followed me outside of Marshall's? Like, what? So whatever, I'm telling him the ins and outs of the club. A song is 25, whatever, let's go get a dance, because what else are you actually here for? And the whole time he's just stunned, like he can't believe that I'm in his presence, which is so sweet. He was really sweet, it wasn't weird at all. It was just the fact that he thought that I would really go to lunch with him after he followed me outside of Marshall's. Like, thank goodness you didn't ask that, because that conversation would have went south really fast. So we're getting the dances. He gets 2 dances with me. I make him tip me because I'm like, listen, there's no dancing without tips. This is a freaking peculiar situation. I need some tips for this. I think we get like 3 or 4 dances, and then I go on stage for him. He tips me after my stage, and then we're just sitting and talking. And he's like, so what else can I get out of this? And I was like, what? And he's like, can we go back to Sprouts together? Can we go to Marshall's? Like, what can we do? And I was like, we can go to the mall. Like, you can meet me at the mall one of these days, you know, like a nice ass mall. I don't really know what I need. I don't really need much, but I know I can find something at Lululemon or, you know, whatever. So he's like, okay, and what happens? And I'm like, what do you mean what happens? We go to the mall, you buy me stuff, I leave, and you enjoy my presence, and then you're happy about it for the rest of your life. And he's obviously hinting on like, get into business, you know? And I always give people the most absurd price when it comes to that, because shit, if you're gonna match it, fuck, I might just think about it. If you're the feds, jokes. I'm just kidding. I really don't. I mean, like, what the fuck? But I tell him, I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be 10 grand for whatever the frick you think is gonna happen. He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, 10 bands. 10 bands, that's it. And he's like, I bet it's worth it. And I'm like, it's so worth it. Of course it is. I know he's not going to even come close to saying yes to spending 10 grand, you know? That's why I always give an outrageous price, because it's always a no. And it's way easier than explaining that you don't do that. It's just so much better to price yourself so high that people are astounded. So he's sitting there and he's like, there's no, like, you never do things for your own pleasure, it's only monetary. Yes, like, what the fuck? Like, you know me through OnlyFans, which is monetary. You see me at the club, which is monetary. This is all a job. And that's what I said to him. I was like, babe, this is my job. If I went and fucked every middle-aged man that I thought was nice to me, I would be broke. I would have no money. Like, I would be ran through. Are you kidding me? why would I be a stripper if I'm over here just giving it out for free? What the frick? Like, men's logic are so insane. And it's like he was saying to me, like, oh, we have such good chemistry, why would you not go out to lunch and like possibly just have sex with me for free? Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you actually, oh my gosh, men are crazy. Just because I'm nice and I smile and I say thank you, I really am enjoying this time with you, does not mean I want to get in your pants. And that's where men are so sick and twisted in the head, is that you can't even be remotely nice to a man without them thinking that you want to have sex with them. And that is crazy. That is crazy. I'm like, what? So he was kind of sad after I explained that this is all a job. What? Am I dancing for free? No. Why would you think that we would have a connection and I would just go rail you for free? You followed me out of a Marshall's. Are you insane? And that's just where the parasocial relationship goes a little too far. And I said to him, I was like, but you weren't even holding anything out of Marshall's. Like, things are clicking in my head and I'm like, fuck, maybe he was watching my videos and seen that I am around those areas, so he just stays around those areas sometimes. Because he told me he was done, like, I don't freaking know, but he made it seem like he was done shopping and had nothing in his hands after Marshall's. And he was like, yeah, well, I left the store to say hi to you. Like, I knew that I wanted to say hi to you, so I stopped what I was doing. And in my head, I'm just like, that is so fucking creepy. Like, at least get what you want to get done, you know? I get it, you want to say hi, or at least say hi in the store. I don't know. Kind of singling me out in the parking lot was a little weird. He could feel it. He was like, I could tell that you were a little like standoffish. And I'm like, yeah, what am I supposed to do? Run up and hug a strange man who says that he knows me from OnlyFans? So he sees me booty ass naked and I'm supposed to run up to you and be like, oh my god, like, are you fucking smoking crack? Like, what? So that was interesting. I was really nice about all of this. I'm like ranting to you guys, but I was really cool about all of it and thanked him for his time. Supposedly he's gonna come back and see me next Monday before I move up north. And then I'm telling him I'm moving up north. I don't tell him like the specific county that I'm moving to, which he probably will figure out if he's stalking my videos. But great. He's like, yeah, no, that should be no problem. I should be able to go and like visit you up there. And I'm just sitting there like, what? Like, I don't need you to visit me up there. First of all, he only got like $80 worth of dances with me, which I'm grateful for everything, but you didn't spend racks on me. Like, if you were sitting here like giving me bands, then fuck it. Maybe I'd be a little bit more inclined to be like, yeah, you should totally come see me when I dance in frickin' San Francisco or whatever the fuck. But like, I'm just looking at him like, oh, okay. Like, I don't need your $80 to drive 5.5 hours to see me. Like, that's ridiculous. But yeah, so definitely a turning point in my career when it comes to people following me. I don't think he's following me, and I think he has really good intentions and he doesn't seem creepy, but certain things are just not adding up. And the fact that he would go visit me up north to dance is also not adding up. It would be different if he was working. Like, my one customer who came in through TikTok, which first of all gave me $800 right off the frickin' bat. Like, didn't even have to ask for it. Left with over $800 off of him, because that's what it should be. If you're visiting someone at a club and you want to make a good impression, basically cash out their whole night, and then they'll be like, oh my god, yes, I'm moving over here, can you please come see me at this club? It's just, it makes more sense, you know? No one's going to go out of their way to tell you what location they're at for no money. It doesn't make no sense. But that customer was like, yeah, I actually take trips for my company, my work, to where the area you're moving to, so I can come and see you at the club. That makes more sense than being like, oh, I'm just gonna drive up there because I want to see you. No, that's kind of sketch. Absolutely not. So, yeah. And then after that customer, I met this awesome customer named Magic Mike. Loved him. He was like in his freaking 60s, but he's a runner, and I haven't ran in a long time. I haven't run in months, but I was running all summer. So we were talking because I'm standing up. Like, I am full standing up, and this man is humping me from behind. Humping me. But I'm like, fuck it, easy work for me. I don't have to squat and twerk. Like, hump me all you want. I'm easy, okay? So he's humping me like a dog. And my manager comes up and he's like, hey, you need to sit down. Like, you can't do that. And I'm just sitting there laughing because I'm like, fuck. Is my manager gonna yell at me? But also, I don't know that he's not allowed to do that. In my opinion, we're in a dance. If you want to stand up and hump me, like, what can I do? I'm basically grinding on you and doing the same thing when you're sitting down. But my manager did not like that. It probably looked weird as fuck on the cameras. So he got in trouble. And then he kept standing up. Like, we're in the dance and he's in the booth and still trying to stand up with me on his lap. I'm like, dude, you are 60 years old. How do you have this much stamina? Like, that's insane. He's also going to see me next Monday, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to get it all lined up for next Monday so I can see all my customers that I'm not going to see anymore, get money from them, and move. Literally. I think we don't need these anymore. Fucking insane. Like, actually insane. And then the club cleared out, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go home. And my fisherman man texted me, so I was like, you know what? Pretty sure I made almost 500 bucks. So, I'm okay with that. I'm actually not mad at that. It was a quick little shift. I just can't. Yeah. And then the two other customers never came in. Yeah, one was supposed to come. Well, one I knew was kind of bullshitting because he was like, I'm coming in now. And I'm like, the club isn't even open. It was like 10:30. So I knew he was kind of bullshitting. But then the other customer told me he was going to come in at 3 and never came in unless he never said anything. Which customers do that? Like, people I don't know their faces with and they know I don't know their face, they'll come in and not say anything and then DM me and be like, oh, you didn't come up to me. Yeah, didn't fucking tell me you were there, babe. Like, what? I am not a mind reader. I don't know who the frick you are. And sometimes I'm busy. I'm a busy girl. My feet do not sleep. My feet are walking around that club, that carpet, as the 304 hoes say. Walk that carpet. Yeah, I was walking that carpet, okay, man? And I was working. But it was fine. I'm glad that I saw Marshall's man. And then I got 2 10-minute VIPs from this other customer who's like a regular to the holiday. He's not just my regular. And he's gonna come next Monday too to get dancing with me. Because he's like, I'm really gonna miss you. And I was like, I'm gonna miss you too. I don't even know this man's name. He barely speaks English, but he's obsessed with my tits. Like, the entire dance, he literally just sits there and like holds them together. It's wild. And he's like, I'm really gonna miss you. And I was like, I'm gonna miss you too, babe. Like, I'll be back, never, but I'll miss you too. So funny. I'm so grateful for the club that I work at. Like, I know it's gonna be really weird working at a different club that probably has so much more like rules and less freedom, because my club has so much freedom. But I'm hoping that this next chapter in my life has a lot of great things in store for me, a lot of great money, a lot of great memories, things like that. New chapter. New chapter. So that was my shift. It was a short shift, but it was busy. Like, the entire time I was working. And then I sat down for 30 minutes and talked to the DJ. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go the frick home. I don't feel like sitting here any longer. And my fisherman boy is going to come over. Man, it's going to be so bittersweet when I move. But it's fine because he can't do shit for me anyway. So just enjoy the moment. Don't think about the future with this man because there's not going to be a future. Fuck me anyways. And that's, oh my gosh, that's another thing. When I was talking to the frickin' Marshall's man, he was like, how do you differentiate what you do for your own pleasure and what you do for money? And I was like, what? I was like, I was like, nothing about me grinding on you is pleasurable. Like, I know your horny ass would probably freaking get stiff as a rock every time you grinded on a girl, but like, that's not here, baby. It's not what's happening over here. This is just a dance, and I'm dry. Literally drier than the Sahara. Oh my gosh. But it was his first time at the club, so I think first timers are always so confused on how girls aren't like overstimulated the whole time and like just freaking horn dogs, like, because we're not men. What? And you guys are all fucking nasty in the club. Like, you guys are all fucking gross. Love you, like, love you guys, but like, you guys are horny little men. Like, that, it's literally, a stripper is like being a cat thrown to wolves. you're basically like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then you think I'm horny off of that? The fuck? No, I'm in survival mode. I'm trying to make some money and leave. What? People are delusional though. Delulu. I'm trying to think what I want for lunch. For lunch and dinner. Lunch and dinner. I think I'm gonna get Chipotle because wherever I move doesn't have a freaking Chipotle, which is crazy. Like, it literally no Chipotle in all of the county. So let me enjoy it while I can get it. Love you!